It's nice and humid today, but we're gonna see if this car and this car make the best combo Nissan JDM garage. Or should I say JDM Nissan combo garage? I don't know. But this is just the best two-car combo from Nissan. Now, obviously, you know, people say, oh, you should have stayed with the R33 GTR because it's another RB26. I don't need another RB26. This is RB26. This is the SR20. So technically, I have two of, not the best, but some of the best. Two of the best engines that were produced in the 90s from Nissan. So technically, is this the best two-car combo from 90s JDM Nissan? So we're gonna drive this car again, and I'm gonna try to get a feel for it some more. Then I'm gonna get in that car real quick and see if this just makes the best combo to have in your garage if you are a Nissan fanatic. So let's get in the car. So I've already mentioned this in the last video where all I did was drive the car, not trying to really compare it to anything, but obviously you have to. In most cases, when you drive a car for the first time, you think about all the other cars that you've driven and you're like, dang, is this better or is that better? So in this case, I'm only driving the car again, and no comparisons this time, strictly just telling you about my driving experience in this car. I've had it now for 5 days, and the driving experience is actually really good. I know I compared it to the RX-7 in the last video, but let's talk about some of the key points that would make you want to buy this car instead of an RX-7. First, no rotary. I know I love the rotary, everybody else loves the rotary, but this honestly is gonna be more reliable. Second, the space inside of this car in terms of headroom is about the same as the RX-7. However, the toe box, where you put your feet to shift and do all the things with the clutch and the brake and the accelerator and all the good stuff, much bigger than the RX-7. The RX-7 was tight, okay? So this car, in reality, depending on who you are, may be a better option than the RX-7. So now, no more comparisons. This car is a thrill to drive. A thrill to drive. I don't know how often I get in a car and I'm just like, this car is amazing. Like, I kid you not. That last video was me literally driving the car for the first time. And the first thing I can think of is this car cannot be stock. This car cannot come like this from the factory. There is absolutely no way it can come like this from the factory. I was surprised. Everything that happened with this car, super unexpected. The way it drives, the way it handles, the way it just picks up and goes in fourth gear, in third gear, in fifth gear. It does not matter. It just takes off. And that's what makes me think that this car is possibly not stock. And it may not be. Like I said, I don't know. I've never driven a Spec R that is stock. So maybe when I get another Spec R, I can compare this car to that car and say, well, technically they drive the same, or technically they don't drive the same. So that means this one was modified and tuned. So who knows really what is going on with this car, but it drives amazing. It feels amazing. No complaints. No complaints. The shift, the transmission, smooth. The clutch, I'm used to it now, perfect. It is something that I never could expect from a Nissan, a 99 Nissan with a 2-liter engine. Okay, I could never expect this, but I am. I'm literally experiencing it right now. And I know people are like, oh, it's an S15, bro. You should have expected it. I know, okay, but especially after driving the R33 GTR, I just felt so underwhelmed by the R33 GTR, not because it was a bad car, but because I already had the Stagea 260RS, which essentially is not far from the R33 GTR. So maybe that's why I felt it was underwhelmed. But this car, I had nothing to go off of. Nothing at all. And therefore, I feel like this car, maybe I was expecting less than what I'm getting. And therefore, which is why everything's unexpected. Therefore, I feel like it's bringing it even more because of me being, you know, feeling like it was going to be an underwhelming car. And I don't know. like I said in the last video, the purpose of me doing this is to see if any of these cars are overrated. And so far, the S15, not overrated. This S15 feels exactly like what you'd expect the S15 to feel like. The looks, obviously this one doesn't have the aero bumper, so technically the looks aren't there, but you could easily put the aero bumper back on and make it look like the Spec R aero all over again, you know? So now, get out again, talk about the car, show you the car some more, because this car, honestly, the looks is another thing people will look for. Is this look something that you want to have in your car? Is this something that appeals to you? And to me, I like the look of the S15 Spec R. I don't know if I would like it more or less without the spoiler. I think the spoiler is a little bit of an overkill, I'm not gonna lie, because you can't really see that well out the back. The spoiler's kind of big. Not that it's like, so it's not really like massive, it's not a massive wing or nothing like that, but it's right in the middle, and therefore it's just right in the view of your vision, like it's right there. So therefore that's why I said, you know, the spoiler's kind of big. This is my guy right here, he drives this Miata right here. So I seen him at a car show like 3-4 months ago, like that. Totally. And yeah, so it makes me miss my Miata, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, this thing is sick, man. This thing is a beaut.
It's a race, dude.
Yeah. I have no complaints.
Oh, dude, this thing's like clean.
No complaints whatsoever. The only thing I'll say is that I don't know if this car is like tuned or if it's stock, because it drives crazy like it doesn't drive like a normal, like I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where I don't know, I have to drive a stock one, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
See how it goes.
This is sweet.
Yeah, that thing is massive.
That's sweet.
So the RX-7 one was like probably a good inch wider than this. It was huge. And it was melting the bumper. That's how big it was. So I was hoping this one wasn't gonna be touching it. And it's real close, but it's not. It's not touching it. So let's go get the Stagea and see if the Stagea's the perfect combo to this car. Does it complement it? It's really what we're trying to find out. Does the Stagea complement this car, and does this car complement the Stagea? Because if you want to have a two-car combo, they have to complement each other. They can't be the exact same car over and over again, which is why, another reason why I wouldn't keep the R33 GTR as the two-car combo with the Stagea, because I feel like it's just repetition at that point. I think they complement themselves really good. Look at that. It's a nice little combination right there. Nice little combination right there. Now I'm wondering if I should have got white wheels for the Stagea. I kind of like the white on white. So, what do you think? Best two-car combo from Nissan? Best two-car combo from Nissan? I don't know. Now, I will say this, that maybe like a R35 GTR would have been like a combo for the Stagea, because, you know, why not? But I can't afford an R35 GTR. And both of these cars have wild interiors, so why not? That's another compliment to themselves, because if both of them have wild interiors, that sounds like a good time. And then we have the interior of the Stagea, or the trunk, the boot. Look how big it is. This is a grocery bag from Walmart. Look how much space you have back here. Now I'll take the same grocery bag and I'll put it in the S15, and you can see how much space it has, if you're interested. So, look at that. Look at that, tiny, tiny. So, yeah, personally, it's a nice little two-car combo, if you ask me, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. So with that said, Stagea, great family car. S15 Spec R, great weekend car. Together, they make a great garage, in my opinion, you know, whatever. So this is the first time I have driven the car since I got that car. So that means I am pretty much a newborn baby when it comes to this car again. because that car is a little bit of a banshee, and this car, if I remember correctly, it's a little bit crazy too, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna be calmer than that car. So let's get going and see what we can determine about this car, comparing it to the S15. All right, so straight off the back, this car is tamed. This car is tamed compared to the S15. This car is tamed. So that means, if I remember correctly, all right, the R33 didn't feel much more powerful than this. And this car feels tamed compared to the S15. So again, the S15 could be tuned already. I don't know. Maybe I should take it to a dyno to see what it's pulling. But yeah, this car, you got to go real hard on it to get it to where you feel immediately from the S15. So by the time this car's at 3,500 RPMs, I'm feeling what I felt in the S15 as soon as I put my foot on the gas. So what does that tell you? Like, that is, I don't know, obviously this car's heavier, you know, so there's that. So technically, you know, if it was the same weight, possibly could be doing the same thing. But because it's not the same weight, we're comparing, or not even comparing, we're trying to determine if this car complements the S15. So does it complement the S15 is what we're trying to look for. So we're gonna do the same drive, see what it feels like compared to the S15. The S15 is also louder than this car. It is louder. Like, this car is a big old vehicle. It takes a lot for sound to come through here from the exhaust. So technically it's louder, possibly because the exhaust is closer. Who knows? That's my opinion. That's my scientific opinion right there. But the car feels like very tame. Like, I mean, very tamed compared to the S15 Spec R. So does it complement it? I think so. I think they have different feelings. I think the S15 is more of a, like I said, it's like a craziness, a banshee, untamed type of vehicle. At least that one is. Again, I don't know if it's been tuned or not. This car is more mellow, more easy to drive, more of a cruising car, and it's a family car because it has 5 seats. The S15 only has 4 seats. So technically you can use that for your family too if you only have 2 kids, but I have 3 kids. So technically, the S15, why are you tilted like that? You know, one thing about these cameras, I hate the gyro effect. I should probably turn it off, but I feel like it makes the videos a little bit better. I don't know. So there is that. So yes, the car does feel tamed. Gotta make sure the Insta360 is still on. But it does feel like, if built right, this car could very well be better than the S15. Just my opinion though. So I think in terms of like a power to weight ratio, this one may be like, you know, I think the S15 does about 250. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it on the screen, the exact horsepower that's coming from factory on the S15 Spec R. But I think it's like 250. And the RB26 comes with a 276 horsepower. So there's not much difference in terms of horsepower, 26 horsepower, if that's accurate. And in terms of weight, I am pretty sure the S15 probably weighs like 1,000 pounds less than this, if not more. I'll put the numbers again on the screen. I don't know the exact numbers, but I can feel it. There's a huge difference in weight. This obviously, it's a wagon, it's a family car, so technically it doesn't handle like a sports car. The S15 handles like a sports car. So this could be your, you know, grocery getter. This could be your cruising around town with your family car. This could be your car show with the family car. The S15, that's your weekend car. That's the car you take to the car shows if your family don't want to go. That's the car you would build if you really wanted to build a car. This car all-wheel drive. If you build this car, you'll be safer. Really, it's up to you at this point. But I can say that in terms of two-car combo, if you have a family and you also want to, now don't get me wrong, this car does pick up pretty fast. Like, I mean, I just passed the car. I didn't do much. I'm in second gear. It'll pass cars easily. The S15 just passed them easier. So there is that. So same drive, you can definitely tell a difference between the S15 and the Stagea 260RS. Obviously, they're two different cars. So at this point, do they complement each other? I think they do. I think they complement each other very well. I think this, like I said, is more of a family-oriented car, but you still get the RB26 in it. And then the other one is the SR20 DT, so you get the craziness of being a SR20 DT, S15 Spec R. So I think they do complement each other very well. The next comparison I want to make is the S15 Spec R better than the FDRX7? That's what we're gonna do next, and that's what I hope to do next anyways. So I'm gonna find somebody with the FDRX7, because obviously I don't have one anymore, and we're gonna do that comparison, and we're gonna see if it's actually better than the FDRX7. If it is, will I get an FDRX7 or will I get an S15 Spec R as my end result? Like, after I drive all these cars, which one will I keep? So far, I'm not keeping the R33 GTR. So far, the S15 Spec R and the FDRX7 have similarities in the way they handle, the way they drive. But I want to say, so far, I feel like the FDRX7 handles slightly better. I do feel some roll in the S15, so we will see when I put them side to side, back to back, and see which one actually is the better two-door coupe. So stick around. If you don't care to, comment in the comment section. Put something in the comment section saying if you would pick S15 Spec R or FDRX7, and just put it in the comment section. So if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out in the future. As always, peace.